really hope from our heart that this will be peaceful, that Bangladeshi leaders will call for peace and restraint. Say EU election observation, they are here as a first kind of study whether this will be feasible and advisable. We will see. Denmark will follow the recommendations.
Actually, speaking from the perspective of the recent developments where the Americans have announced some visa restrictions in case the election is not free and fair and all that, and lots of hula-baloos around that, and also the EU team is there, and there had been different representatives from different countries talking about election and democratic process. There had been some criticism. So in that light, how would you say your country is looking at Bangladesh democracy?
Well, first of all, Denmark is part of the Schengen visa and EU.
Yes.
So again, that's and as a small country, it's very important for us to act multilaterally in the multilateral fora that we have. You say EU election observation, they are here as a first kind of study whether this will be feasible and advisable. We will see. Denmark will follow the recommendations. To my knowledge, Schengen visa cooperation, which expands beyond EU, has no plans to put in place any particular thing, but of course we are watching with much interest how our friends are doing in this field, and really hope from our heart that this will be peaceful, that Bangladeshi leaders will call for peace and restraint when it comes to violence. I believe we were all appalled by what happened yesterday in Busan.
You were led by EU, but did you yourself, your embassy, engage yourself with any dialogues with political parties to fathom the situation?
Oh, that is core diplomatic work. To speak to all walks of life in Bangladesh, rich and poor, ruling party, opposition party, media, civil society. So that's what we do all the time.
Recently, Bangladesh and Denmark signed a bilateral development program. One of the strategic objectives of this agreement is to have strengthening democracy. So which part of democracy you think Bangladesh needs strengthening?
Democracy is not a state. Democracy is a process.
Yes.
And a continuous stride to improve. And I would dare to say that there's no perfect democracy in this world. So what we want to do is to accompany Bangladesh in its stride to put in place democracy. Formally, we have done that through support to civil society, to women's rights, human rights, different activities, accountability, etc. Now, we are still accompanying Bangladesh in that process. Based on our shared values. We are both signatories to the UN Charter for Human Rights. So that's kind of our common foundation. But then, we cannot put democracy, whatever, in place in Bangladesh. This is for Bangladeshis to do, and we can only be there to facilitate dialogue and try to help. As long-standing partners and friends of Bangladesh, we also want to see Bangladesh advance in this agenda.